through the gate at Davis Monthan Air Force Base. Making my way to the auto hobby shop to see the Talon for the first time in over a year. So it's been sitting there for like a year and maybe 3 or 4 weeks since I drove it from the hotel to the base to grab the truck and the camper to do the road trip with Melissa last year. And right now I'm actually coming up on the parking lot that I first saw the Talon in, and there's a video where I left a note on it to see if the guy wanted to sell it. But that was right up here, not too far. See, this is why I like Arizona. Clean Bronco too. There's a clean F-150 right behind us. Over there, right about in that spot there is where I first saw the Talon. And then right down the road here is the auto hobby shop. There it is. Before we go see the Talon, let's scope out what we got in the front. Here we got some Preludes. Something over there. I don't know what that is. There's some Toyota 4Runners. Or a Jeep. Some more Jeeps. Some Jeeps. Whatever that is. A Mercury. And then this big, there's a cool Jeep over there. A little smashed up Beamer. So these are all like people's project cars that are stationed here. That one's cool. Let's go see the Talon out back. Should be right there. Oh, I can see it. It's got another hell of a project car parked by it. There it is. All right, let's circle around. Let's park up. Okay guys, I made it to the Talon. I went inside and talked to Chad for a little bit, and there's a guy in there with a 3000 GT twin turbo. This dude Dylan, he's having some boost problems. I was just talking to him for a little bit, but I want to come out and try and get the Talon here, see if it'll start up. I haven't taken the car cover off. This is natural element. Mother Nature took that cover off, so let's take a look, see what it's looking like here. Let's do a little like reveal thing. And now I'm gonna have to unhook it off the mirror. Oh, it's tied. Dang. All right, let me untie this. Okay, got that untied. Let's see if we can do a little reveal pull. There she is. She's looking good. Oh yeah. I hate this stuff on these things on the bumper, but whatever. There's a lot of car cover wrapped up in that. Okay, looks like maybe a little air in the tire, a little surface rust on the brakes. It has been sitting here for like 13 months without moving. It's got remnants of an old car cover under there. I did leave some stuff in here.
Oh, Melissa's gonna kill me. I've been looking for these. This is for Maggie. All right, well, I found them. Some top ramen. Look, I knew I was coming back and being on a budget. All right. Compression tester gauge. I did leave some tools here. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go through this stuff. Might as well see if it starts. I mean, I don't think it's gonna start. Oh, this is gonna be fun to drive all the way across the country. Do we get a ding? Nah, she's deader than a door now. I'm completely dead. Okay. She dead. Pretty dusty up in here. I brought this jump box with me from Jersey. So let's see. I'm going to prop you up on this beat set of drag radials that happens to be sitting right here. Let's see. Bad at all. I'm very happy with how that started. Basically enough cranking to reprime the fuel system, and it was good to go. Guess that thing wasn't getting enough sun under the car, huh? My little baked potato there. I don't know why the fans are on. Is the air on or something? I don't know. It is not. Headlights flip up. Road trip ready pretty much. Slap the jump box on it, start it right up. Junk I left in the back here. Ramen noodle for when you're broke down. You can't be running out of food. It's not that bad. This kind of trim, like around the edges, is roasted, and even like it's locked. I mean, these aren't bad, but this kind of stuff, it's got a speaker, it's just jankily on there. This window is slow. Ish. It's actually not too bad. I think it was slower when I first got it. I lubed it or something. Well, it's been sitting here running for like probably a half hour. I was just inside talking to Chad, and he's gonna hook me up. I'm gonna go throw it in a lift bay. Let's make sure she's not overheating. She's not. A little bit of surging action, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We'll fix her up. I'm gonna put it in that open bay right there. Forgot this clutch is very grabby. I'll push it around from there probably. It's alive. This is where we're going to end it off, day one. I brought in my luggage and I unloaded all the stuff out of the car and all the parts that I brought. I got a new timing cover, a whole bunch of stuff. Tools. Claimed a bay. First thing in the morning I can get to work on this thing. But very happy to see it. It's just as cool as I remembered. Alright guys, it's the real end of day one. I got the car up on the lift, got all the coolant drained out, got my timing belt stuff laid out, and shop's closed, so I'm gonna go find a hotel, figure out, I don't even know where I'm staying tonight, but I'll figure it out, and I'll start back up in the morning. Okay, so I got a room at the Air Force Inn. Very festive in there, I like it. My room's up there somewhere on the 3rd floor. These kind of looks like old Army barracks, but it's Air Force, so I'm sure it'll be way better. But cheap rate. Okay guys, beginning of day one. Let me show you what I did. Went to the store last night and I got some brake clean, some parts cleaner, oil, and alternator for this to have as a spare for the road trip. That should be here Saturday. And it's Friday, first day of work. I pulled the battery out of the car. I'm gonna set up a GoPro for a time lapse and I'm gonna get to work. First thing first is the timing belt and all the associated things with that. So let's get started. Got that pulley out of there. That pulley was actually 2 pieces. Happy little surprise. No balance shafts, so I purchased parts that I don't need, but that makes it easier to time it. There's the tensioner. Our marks are lined up here, our dowel pins are up, and then down here on the crank, we're lined up there. And then normally this guy, that little arrow, would point to there, but because the balance shafts are deleted, it shouldn't matter. So I'm gonna lock this all in place and keep working. Alright guys, it's pretty noisy in here. Got the timing belt off. Like I said, everything's lined up. Use this tool that I got from Extreme PSI. Screw in there, and that collapses the tensioner there. Then I loosen this guy up and pulled the belt off. There it goes. This belt was in pretty good shape. It looks almost new, but this is probably like the only thing that you really don't want to chance on this car, because this thing interferes, it destroys the whole engine. So I'm gonna keep digging into it and pull the pulleys off, pull the water pump off, clean it up, get ready for new stuff. Water pump's off. Just sprayed everything down with parts cleaner. I'm gonna run to the store and get some, I forgot to get sealant and cleaning supplies for cleaning off the side of it.
You can look at the other side.
Yeah.
Update. Belts on, water pumps on, new tensioner, and new pulley and idler pulley are on. This little kit from Extreme PSI with that tool, super useful. Also, this tool came in that kit, and this little guy here, which I'm leaving on because I'm not done adjusting it, but it's on there. I'm just gonna look it over and then spin the motor over a couple times, see how it looks. Lined up. We gotta cut these off of here. I sort of just tightened this, you know. I put pressure on it so the belt's like tight. I still have the pin in the tensioner, but that's what we're looking like. I put that exactly back to where it started. Yeah. I think I'm ready. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the zip ties and pull this out. Turn the motor over a couple times. Okay, I had it all back together, and the water pump is leaking. So, taking it all back apart now, but yeah, She's leaking somewhere behind where the water pump meets the block, so all the timing stuff has to come back off. Sometimes it be like that. Well, I got it back apart. You can see why the water pump was leaking. I'm an idiot. I put that gasket on there like a buffoon. Look at that thing sticking out. Okay, well, I'll take it off and see if I can save that gasket. It looks like maybe I can. I don't know. We'll see. But first, then I gotta drain the coolant out. Okay, it's the end of day 1. Well, end of day 2, I guess. First full day. Whatever. It's Friday. I got this all back together. Did the timing belt. Went to put coolant in it, and the coolant started to leak right out the bottom. Turns out that I pinched the gasket pretty bad on the water pump. I don't have another gasket here, and I can't find one locally, so I put this water using this stuff. Water pump and thermostat housing gasket maker. Not ideal. Doesn't give me a warm and fuzzy. That's where I'm at. I'm way behind schedule. I figured I would have. I mean, I had this thing completely back together, so shame on me for not pressure testing it before I put it all back together, or at least put coolant in it to see if it leaked out. But nothing really I can do about it now except just try and trug through it and get through. So I'm gonna let it's the end of the day, so I'm gonna cure up. The instructions on the sealant says to like finger tighten it, snug it, and then wait 24 hours. I'm gonna wait like 12, be back in the morning, and I'll snug it up. But yeah, not ideal, that's for sure. So that's what I got going on. I'm gonna clean up and get out of here for the day. Alright guys, I'm driving back to the shop. It's Saturday now. Yesterday did not go as planned. I messed up the gasket for the water pump yesterday. Only had one gasket, can't find any gaskets around. So before I left the shop last night, I had to take everything back apart, take the water pump off, and I sealed it back on with water pump RTV gasket maker. I let it sit overnight. I came back in, snugged the bolts down all the way, or tightened them down all the way. Put water in the system, and I cleaned up the area a little bit, and then ran out. And I got a tester set from Harbor Freight. I also grabbed another bottle of coolant since I dumped the bunch on the floor. And pulling into the shop now. Gonna put some pressure on the coolant system and just let it sit for a while I clean things up and get ready for the next task. But I have to retime the engine again, so that'll be fun. But hopefully this holds pressure, and hopefully this gasket maker, it's not ideal. Certainly not ideal before you drive the thing cross country, so would not recommend. We'll see how this goes, but I am going to get a gasket and bring it with me for the road trip. I mean, not that I want to go through all of this in a parking lot, but if push comes to shove, I could, I guess. But I'm at the shop now. Bay 13 is where we're at. I'm gonna get in there, put some pressure on the coolant system, and clean up, think about what I'm gonna do next. Okay, no
Doesn't look like it's leaking anymore.
It's just a static test though. Cleaned the floor before I left, so nothing's leaking. There's a cool pink bug in here. Auto Hobby Shop at 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Okay, so the cap pressure's 13 pounds. I'm gonna put it up at 13 pounds here, and then it leaks down slow. It's slow to leak down. There is water in the system. My opinion, it's probably leaked. Yeah, it's probably leaking right here. Okay. I'm gonna leave this sit for a while, but I kind of like tightened this stuff up. Seems like it's holding. I'm gonna give it like a 20-minute timer. Do something else. Holding over cap pressure. Cap pressure 13 pounds. It's holding like 15. It's been like that for a few minutes. I have to fix all this, put all this back together. Seems like the gasket maker is holding, we'll see. It's not ideal. Definitely not preferred. Okay. Alright, little update. My buddy Manny stopped by. Appreciate the help, Manny. Massive help getting the trans in and out. Or out and in. It's back in now. I'm still working on hooking things up. The water pump held pressure for like 2 hours, so I put all this stuff back together, went to the store and picked up a new alternator. We're gonna have that one as a spare. Yeah, so it's just going back together now. Didn't film anything of the transmission, just try to get it out and back in. Replaced the clutch fork. This is the old one that was in there. I don't really know what the deal is. I didn't see anything wrong with it, but the other one is one of these competition clutch forks. So I'm just hooking things back up now. Shout out to Manny for helping me get the trans in and out of this thing. About to take it for a little lap around the parking lot. Alright, we're setting the base timing. It's gonna be hard to see. Yeah, so it's right on 5, and I'm taking from number 1 on the timing light, and then I have the DSM link here, or ESM link. I have the timing connector grounded, so I'm going to unground that. Okay. All right, guys, this is going to close it out for Saturday. Today, big shout out to my buddy Manny, who came over and helped me get the transmission out and get it back in. Huge help, thank you. So trans did come out, clutch fork got changed, the pivot ball got changed, the pivot ball got shimmed. I haven't done anything except back it out. I just set the base timing, and right now it has no exhaust on it, so I'll be back tomorrow to continue on. We got exhaust tomorrow. I want to go through everything again and wrench check everything and kind of look around, make sure I didn't miss anything. Between the timing job and the pulling the transmission, there was a lot removed, so I want to do that, get the exhaust back on, and try and fix the wire going to the coolant temp for the engine computer is broken. I want to try and fix that, and then I have a wideband to install, a boost gauge, and oil pressure gauge, which I kind of want to hook that up and see if I have oil pressure. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Make sure you're subscribed. Melissa and I are going to drive this 1991 Eagle Talon like 2,300 miles from Tucson, Arizona to New Jersey. I think that's, I have to look up the mileage, but it's not close, and it's a DSM, so we'll see how this goes. I've done my best here for 3 days fixing it up real quick. We'll see how it goes. We got to check engine light again. On for a second. Let's see what that is. Made it to the gas station. Alright, we just got gas. How bad now? Not too bad. Still lots of rattling under there. Alright, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I did an update. I've been busy working in the car right now. Let me spin you around. This looks disastrous. This will go back up quick. Just trying to tighten up this clutch pedal assembly. And the nut on the end was pretty loose, so I got a bunch of turns out of that. Hopefully that'll be okay. I got stereo installed with Android Auto. I got the glow shift boost gauge and oil pressure gauge installed, and the AM wideband is just dangling on here. I don't know what to do with that yet. So I'm going to put this back together. I do need to move the sensor for the oil pump, or for the oil pressure gauge. My buddy Manny stopped by yesterday and helped me pull the transmission out and get it like back up, and then he had to run, so that was a huge help because that was definitely a two-person operation. And I got the timing all back together. It's running okay. I found a broken wire on an injector plug. I fixed that. Also fixed the coolant temperature sensor plug. I was able to pull the pin out and bend the tabs back and lay a new piece of wire in and re-crimp it. It's a temporary fix. So sitting here working away. I'm going to get this column back up. Hopefully the clutch pedal feels better. driving and putting some miles on it. Just trying it out, short drive. Drove the car 21 miles. And it's feeling pretty good. I just got the AEM wideband on ECM link in the logs. And I have been working on the MAF table, basically. Fueling. So I'm probably going to call it a night, but it's 10 o'clock at night. I fly home tomorrow. So I do fly home at I got to go to the airport at, I think 11 a.m. So probably come back over here, tinker with the car a little bit in the morning. But it feels good. I went to get dinner and drove it off base. Like I said, 21 miles total. So yeah, I think that'll do it. We'll catch up with you in the morning. I'm gonna call it a night, get showered, get some rest, and back at it in the morning for a couple hours before I gotta fly out of here. See you guys. Well, guys, it's Monday morning. Hobby shop's closed today. I'm flying home today in about an hour. I have to head to the airport, but all finished up with it. Did the timing belt, water pump, new alternator. We took the transmission off and changed to the clutch fork. Installed a radio, installed some gauges, cleaned her up a little bit, tightened up the clutch pedal, had a bunch of slop in it. Let's see if it starts. Yesterday, I went to the shop. Yesterday when I got to the shop, I parked it outside and it wouldn't start. So let's see. Wake up AEM. There it is. We're in good shape. So this is one of the wires that I found broke, was an injector plug here. The wire broke off flush with the pin. I was able to extract the pin, open it up, crimp a new piece of wire to it, and tap to it. This one here has a very sketch repair that was already done, but interesting. Just solder it back on, I guess. I mean, hey, I'm probably going to see if I can get some injector pigtails to take with me on the road trip. I also did the same thing with this, with the coolant temp sensor. I was able to extract the pins, open them up, and crimp new wire to them. So that's what I did. I think that's it for the wiring. I set base timing. Yeah, everything's looking a-okay for now. Alright guys, so that's gonna be my last transmission, I think. I'm gonna go get on the plane now and head home. Melissa and I are coming back out New Year's Eve. One-way plane ticket to Tucson. We're going to pick up the Talon and we're going to start making our way back to New Jersey, 2,300 miles. Pray for us. We're going to need all the help we can get. But I think we're in pretty good shape. The car seems okay. Obviously, I think I could probably work on it for another week and still think the same thing. But I got it parked here at the Auto Hobby Shop. So I'll be back in a few weeks to pick this up. And we'll get the road trip started. So make sure you subscribe because it's going to be fun. That's a wrap, guys.